Right, so we continue with the SaaS-based models, what they are. Software as a service typically means that everything you require in terms of your backend and features for front end to allow you to customize your website look are available to you in a standard given package. But I must mention that in SaaS-based models, at least today, you're fairly limited in your customization abilities. So if you are, a SaaS-based model makes sense for someone who is, a small shop, and I'm not saying this is applicable in the future because things are changing, but at least in the present context, it is applicable for small shops who cannot really afford to invest a lot of time, and they just believe in the product and they just want a simple, cheap solution to get their product online and sell their products online. But I've spoken to a lot of people who use SaaS solutions and then they're not happy because they're expecting, they want to make changes, and let's be very honest, you're getting what you pay for, right? Even in a SaaS-based model, the thing that you need to understand is they may advertise $30 a month or $40 a month, but that's minimum $30 or $40 a month. Over that, you start paying for like additional features, which may be in the form of plugins, right? And then you again require a developer, right, who would kind of invest in who you have to invest in to do those customizations for you. So it's not all that cheap. So when they're advertising $30-40 for you, it's actually not going to work out at that cost, right? And as you go along, if your costs are going to balloon, and the problem what happens is, human beings, we love to be comfortable with one thing and then we love to stick to it. The danger is that if you are growing very rapidly, you will try to stick to a SaaS-based model and you'll try and invest again and again in that model, because obviously the cost of change is very high. And what you really want to do is make sure that if you're investing that much, you need to have foresight about how quickly your business is going to grow online. You need to do some planning. I know it's something difficult to do, but you do need to think about it, because in that case you probably are better off with a hosted model. Over investing in a SaaS-based model is not a great idea. Having a developer trying to work constantly on customizations for your SaaS website, I don't think it's a great idea. That depends on the technology in the future though, whether that continues to be a great idea or not. But that's the reason why people go in for a hosted solution, because it gives them the comfort that yes, they are in control of things and things can be customized for them, and the entire solution is not on the hands of it's not a black box, right? Now some people are comfortable with being and that's exactly what I'm saying. If you are a small business, you actually want it to be a black box, right? You really don't want to concern yourself with, hey, how am I going to integrate with payment gateway? Which payment gateway do I get? Who's my logistic provider, right? All those kind of issues you got to deal with. But as I mentioned in my intro conversation, there are a lot of business issues you have to deal with, irrespective of whether it's a SaaS-based model or a hosted model. But if it's a small business, I would like to summarize it, and this is arguable, but if you're a small business, a SaaS probably makes sense, because it just alleviates you from all the tension of handling the various aspects and the details. But if you're an organization that's looking to do retail online, multi-branded retail, and you really want limitless opportunities and abilities in terms of marketing, then and how you want to customize your website and control it, obviously a hosted model is the way to go today, at least. There are trends that are changing this. Maybe in the future there would be more comprehensive solutions, SaaS solutions available for enterprises, but I don't think that day is there today, and you don't want to kind of really rely on that right now. So I think the line is pretty clear between where you would want to go for a SaaS model versus a hosted model. Right. I've kept mentioning something called CDN. So CDN is basically a content distribution network. So sometimes when we have a website that's spanning multiple countries, you wanted a fast delivery of content. So there are services which are IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service, like Amazon, Rackspace, and there are these different kind of companies that provide, and Amazon provides a CDN where they will host your content across various geographical locations so that your website's faster. Again, that's an integration that you have to do with your, of course that's on the content side, but nevertheless you would want to do for your website if you had international presence probably. So yeah, again, let's just get into the last leg of this conversation. So again, this is not a comprehensive diagram of all the solutions that exist out there, but you have we talked about hosted models, and I'm assuming the audience for this is between hosted and SaaS, but we'll talk a little more in detail in the next presentation about what all kind of models are there, and we'll shed some light on those.